Hey guys, this is Marcus again, and I'm with Doyle Dykes, and he is another one of our really beautiful customs. This is a Blackwood back and sides koa binding grand auditorium with no cutaway and a really cool block inlay pattern that you really don't see. It's a flame.
Just beautiful.
Flame
Little
black
light burst to it.
Yep. Just a
Even
slight
on the
edge
sides.
burst. It's just gorgeous. So
And I love that it's a non-cutaway too.
Yeah,
I love that.
And I've been told by quite a few people who've played this, who are really great players, what a different, really cool voicing this guitar has over a lot of other grand auditoriums. So I'm excited to see the couple notes that you know how it sounds.
It's really great. New song, about 100 years old. You know, Bob Taylor and I had this discussion years ago. If you take this away, it's going to affect the sound greatly. He said, yeah, man, that is prime real estate right there, that close to the sound hole. I never heard anybody say anything like that on the guitar. That's prime real estate. But it is.
You know, I asked Andy Powers that same question, so you'll find this amusing. I had a young lady come in. She was helping another young lady buy a guitar, and they're like, "Oh, you don't really want a guitar with a cutaway if you can help it, because it'll take the sound away." So I asked Andy Powers about that, and he laughed. And it's on video. We've got it on our page. He goes, "You know, Marcus, I'm probably one of the few individuals who's ever actually heard the same guitar with and without a cutaway." And he goes, "There's a lot of other things that make a way bigger difference." He said, "He goes, for instance, what pick you use." What string you use, like in those two, and how you play. He goes, it's amazing how much the strings or the pick can change the tone. And you know, Taylor released the new. They've got all these line of picks now with like Altex and Thermex, and that really make it warm. And so anyway, in his opinion, he's like, there's just so many other things that affect it more than that, you know. So
and that's always been subjective, you know. And when you have tone is and the sound, but one thing that is not is playability. And everybody would agree that this guitar plays great, and it sounds great too.
Yeah.
But you know, whether you think it has a different sound there or not, you can't argue that the playability is there. It's a great guitar all the way around. Yeah, I've had guitars. Years ago, I had one. It was Brazilian, and I thought if I ever get another Brazilian, I'm not going to have a cutaway put in it. And the next one, I said, no, it does not have a cutaway, you know. But then I have other cutaways.
Yeah, I find having so many guitars through my hands, you know, that good wood and good tops and a good builder, right? Like it doesn't really matter to me. They're all great, but like my personal one I play all the time has no cutaway, you know.
Yeah.
It's such a full sound, so.
Beautiful sound.
It's
It really
beautiful.
is. I love it. And if you can get that pop that you need to out of with the Chet Atkins and Merle Travis thing, like the.
None of my guitars do that.
but every string is balanced. You know,
Man.
it's not overbearing on the bass, and then when you get into the smooth part and the pretty stuff, man, it just has a beautiful voice. Really nice. I approve of this as well.
Nice. And you said that one you think playability wise. What did you say earlier? Like, it was a good day at the factory for this one or something.
Yeah,
Like they put some extra love into the playability.
They did, absolutely.
Which
Yeah,
is great
it has.
anytime you have a custom like this. And it's just easy to play, sounds great. So, voicing wise, I mean, you've played a lot of grand auditoriums. How would you describe this one?
I think it's warm. It has a good bass. It's not overpowering. It's more linear, which is it lends itself really well to finger style guitar.
Okay.
You know, I think it's a great guitar,
Cool.
and it's pretty.
It's-
You can't out pretty a Taylor for one thing. My wife always says that. They're the prettiest guitars in the world, really, are Taylor guitars. And I have a lot of them. I'm guitar poor.
as your website says.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's and you've got Guitar Poor T-shirts for sale.
Oh,
right,
I
to
do,
help?
yes, which you can get today at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. All right.
In a limited quantity.
Cool. Great. Well, thanks.